Conflict is a natural part of teamwork. It happens when people have different perspectives, priorities, methods, or values. While conflict can create tension and slow progress, it isn't automatically negative. When managed poorly, it damages trust and communication. But when handled well, it encourages critical thinking, strengthens collaboration, and helps teams make better decisions.
These numbers clearly show our new strategy failed. Sales dropped 12% this quarter.
But that's not the full picture. You're only looking at the total revenue. Customer retention actually increased by 18%.
Revenue is what keeps the lights on. The data says we're losing money.
Short term, yes, but retention predicts long-term profitability. If we zoom out, the data does support the strategy.
Or maybe we're cherry picking stats to defend our own ideas.
I'm not cherry picking, I'm contextualizing. What time frame are you using?
Quarter over quarter.
That's the issue. This strategy was projected to dip before growing. Look at the 6 month trends.
Okay, I see the upward trajectory now.
Data isn't just about the numbers, it's about interpretation. We need shared metrics before making some conclusions.
Agreed. Let's define what success looks like. Revenue, retention, and 6 month growth together.
Sounds good. Same data, clear alignment between us. We need a detailed step-by-step plan before we start. If we don't map everything out, we're gonna miss something.
Or we'll waste 2 weeks planning and never move. We should just start building and adjust as we go.
I think that's reckless. Without structure, we risk having to rework our plans and cause confusion between us.
And without action, we risk getting stuck. Progress comes from trial and error.
I don't know. This project does affect the whole department. It can't be experimentation.
It's not experimentation, it's testing and refining. That's how innovation happens.
So what? We ignore the preparation?
No, we balance it. What if we plan core milestones, but pilot one small section first?
Like a controlled test with defined places to stop and check if our procedures are working.
Exactly. Structure plus flexibility.
All right. So we outline the framework today, launch a small pilot next week, and evaluate in 2 weeks.
Deal. We'll meet in the middle to find the best way for us to succeed with our goals. Our goal should be to maximize revenue this quarter. We need aggressive sales targets.
I disagree. I think our goal should be to rebuild customer trust. If we push too hard, we might damage the brand long term.
But revenue is the priority. Without strong numbers, none of the rest matters.
And without trust, those numbers won't last. Are we trying to build transactions or relationships?
We can't afford to slow down for brand feelings.
It's not feelings, it's positioning. What do we want to be known for?
Results.
I agree, but we want those results to be sustainable.
Maybe we're arguing because we're defining success differently.
I agree. Let's try to define it together.
What if we set a revenue target, but tie it to customer satisfaction metrics?
Okay, I like that. What if we include retention goals and not just new sales?
This will create short-term growth while also helping our long-term loyalty.
That's a shared purpose right there. This contract could increase our revenue by 25%. I think we should take it.
I'm not convinced. Their labor practices have been questioned publicly. That doesn't align with our company values.
We're not responsible for fixing their internal issues. This is a business decision.
But our brand is built on ethical partnerships. If we ignore that, what do we stand for?
We stand for growth. Growth keeps people employed.
And integrity keeps people proud to work here.
So what? We turn down every imperfect opportunity?
No, but we define our non-negotiables.
What if we move forward conditionally? Require transparency and ethical compliance in the contracts.
With measurable standards and public accountability?
Yes. That way we can profit while still standing by our principles.
That's something I can stand behind.
Conflict isn't something teams should avoid, though it is something that must be managed well. Most disagreements come from differences in data, methods, goals, or values. The key is to pause, separate the person from the problem, and get curious about what's driving the other perspective. When teams define shared goals and clear decision criteria, conflict shifts from personal tension to productive problem solving. If handled with respect and open communication, conflict exposes blind spots, strengthens ideas, and builds trust within teams. When managed well, it doesn't divide teams, it helps them perform at a higher level.